Hey y'all! As promised, I am making a video talking about the different stages you kind of go through when you do trauma therapy. I saw a meme the other day and it was kind of funny, and it said, self-growth is kind of a misleading term, because how do you explain to someone that you on purpose make yourself feel like you're dying, which is just so true. This fucking journey is not for the weak. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a fucking lot. And I have yet to know whether it's going to be worth it. You know what I mean? I think inside I am feeling differently. I can just remember, before I actually started on this journey, the spirals that would just be going on in my head. Even if I was washing dishes, my body would be so constricted. My body would be aching, and almost to the point where I would want to cry, but I would hold back tears because I don't know. I just would. And just over and over again, you're so ugly, nobody would love you. This is just over and over again. And I've always had these thoughts, kind of as far back as I can kind of remember. They had to have gotten put there somehow, which, if you're going to join my masterclass, the Subconscious Subliminal Shift, we're going to talk a lot about the various multiple ways of everything just infiltrating your brain. But it's so much. It's just so much. And it's when you go and do some trauma therapy, typically it's one of those situations where you're gonna feel worse before you feel better. Simply because it's gotta come out. And I follow, some self-help people on Facebook and stuff, and I saw somebody who, it's a male coach, and he is pretty well versed in polarity, or his truth about polarity and everything, but he stated something that, ladies, your emotional pain is kind of like a kidney stone. You have to feel it in order for it to pass through you, and then it's gone. So I understand that feeling the feelings is an important part of it. But it doesn't make, knowing that doesn't make going through it any more pleasant. You know what I mean? It's like when you're withdrawing from something and you're going to have all these body aches and body pains, but you want to get off the drug or whatever. So it's when you commit to doing this stuff, sometimes it's I remember one time I did this session, actually, when I first got the Spirit Optimizer, I did this session to like detoxify my third eye area, led by the shaman. And literally, like, I was out for 3 weeks. Like, I had no energy, like I was just, blah. I had no creativity, no inspiration. I was barely doing anything but laying around, and I didn't know what the hell happened, but I was like, oh my god, I'm in a purge or a reset or some shit. And this is what you guys gotta understand, because I think that it can be misleading to tell people that, you can just go about your business. Because in my experience, not that I have any business to just go about, but like, in my experience, I haven't been really able to like want to drive or like have to put myself in those situations. And like, I kind of learned the lesson that I just need to take that time. You need to take that time to let the shit flow. So, I mean, if you are like working or you have this schedule you gotta maintain, you might want to think again about doing these big healings, because they're a pretty big deal, So let's get down to like what exactly kind of happens. Now, whoever's doing it is going to be energetically tapping into you. So they're going to be, your crown chakra and your whole energy field's open. They're going to be tapping into you energetically. They're going to be seeing and feeling like where everything is stored, They're going to be like, oh, okay, this, and this, and this. Then they're going to energetically remove that from you. So what happens when you do something energetically? The physical has to follow, which means you're going to be purging yourself from it, and by whatever means necessary, and usually it kind of hits you the day after. I could feel her when she was doing it. I could feel it. And then it didn't really get to me until like later that night. And I was like, oh my God. Everything started coming up. The thoughts, the body, emotional body pain where it was stored, crying, anger, just feeling the need to like say stuff, especially to the person and people that was involved in the abuse. It was like a very great, immense need that I had to like express what had been shoved down. And so I went through that. I went through like, feeling tired. I went through crying, and just feeling literally like, suicidal. And I think it was like that part of your identity that just didn't know anything else. Like, they're dying. The old you is literally gone, because the old you that only knew life with the abuses and mistreatments that you endured, when you do this removal, that you is literally done, dead, gone. And you're basically stepping into the unknown. So, like, you don't know what's going to be, who you're going to be, like, on, once you shift that out, but you know that it's not serving you to be the person who buries trauma and holds it in your body. So, it's a lot of, like, not necessarily like fear of the unknown, but like, stepping into the unknown, and that can be scary if you haven't already trained yourself to know that the unknown is your friend, and your unknown is your freedom. And it's a lot of processing, you know and so what it is like, for me, when I had certain stuff being uprooted energetically, I noticed that it was all coming to the surface, so I would just, and I know what I'm doing now. I'm trained in this. So I knew to just sit there and listen to what that I was saying in my head, and feeling it, and just saying, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Being the compassionate advocate for yourself that you never had. And just letting it ride out, and then it's like you can almost feel like after a couple nights of sleep, oh, I feel like about half of this has left me now. I feel like about 75% has left me now, and I feel releasing a bit. Like, and at this point, I had this done pretty much last week. Actually, like, yeah, tomorrow would be a full week, and I feel like I'm about 90% it's gone, but it's like you can tell, I don't know, it's just strange. It's just a strange feeling because it has to come up and it has to go out. So, I did it on a Friday, and I like kind of wish I wouldn't have, because I kind of missed out on fun that I could have had for the weekend. And I didn't have my kids, so it was like, gosh, like I wanted to go out and have fun and be social, but I was just doing the self-care, laying in my bed, and it is what it is. But the shit needs done, because I'm just so committed to like being and embodying the person that I'm meant to be. And in particular, we did this around love. So it's like the amount of sessions that I've done with certain people, it always feels like it's doing something. You can always feel it, but then it's like, I am not doing these costly and emotional sessions just to get a feeling in the midst of it. I want to see a change in my fucking life. Like, duh. This is the whole point, right? So it does get kind of frustrating. It's like, how much fucking trauma do I have? Do I need to uproot? Do I need to go through? I mean, I guess all of it until it's all gone. But even that gets really frustrating, because it's like, God, like, will I ever be done? Will I ever be good enough to like attract someone? Like, come on. Like, I'm not that bad. Shouldn't be that bad to be around. But I mean, it's all energy, yo. It is all energy. So it's like, people, whether or not they think they're sensitive to energy, they just are. And I remember when I finally had my nervous system regulated, I ended up having a big falling out with somebody who was my friend, I thought. But like we were always, and she's very spiritual too, so it was like we would talk all the time, and we would be like, near each other all the time. I was actually letting her stay with me, so it was like every day for like a month, and we both had been through so much that our fight or flight response in our body just never turned off. And it's like you just don't know that. You're always like on edge somehow, and you don't know what it is, because it's like you've trained your mind to kind of calm down, but like this is all in your body. It's all in your body. And so like a big reason why you can't easily manifest and magnetize the desires is because your body is so riddled with trauma that you're not even really open to receive your desires, even if you're in alignment with them, soul level and emotionally and in your subconscious mind. It could very well be your body is actually preventing it from coming to you. So after I had done all this work on the mind, on the subconscious, on the energy flow, the emotions, the soul alignment, it's like, what the fuck is still going on here, really? Oh, it's body. You got to get your body in check. So we both had severely dysregulated nervous systems, and we were pretty much a match to that. And any girl who's been through trauma knows, like, when you have a dysregulated nervous system, that's all you really ever know. Until I had mine regulated, and I felt like more relaxed, calm. And she could easily tell, like, oh, there's a difference between us now. Like, we're not on the same vibration at all anymore, bodily. And I'm like, I know, I can now kind of sense how dysregulated you are. And I was like that. And I think for people that don't understand about this stuff, they can still feel the energy, and it makes them extremely uncomfortable. And honestly, it pretty much repels them from you, which really sucks. And so that's probably what I've been dealing with, because I've had more than one person tell me my energy is just off. That it's just like, I don't know, like, and I do take that with a grain of salt, because, two of those people that have told me that are like seriously abusive, but then you never know if it's your bad energy bringing that out in them or what. But I could feel a huge difference when my nervous system got regulated, and my intuition really opened up from that too. So it's just like one fucking thing after another, And I'm hoping that the end stage from this trauma therapy is going to be the transformation stage, like, hey, look at me. I'm a new person. I'm able to hold joy. I'm able to hold bliss, because my body is no longer holding abuse, trauma, shame, guilt, abandonment. That was like my biggest thing, my body is open, the whole point of doing any of this is for my body to be open to receiving love, affection, that's literally the reason I'm doing any of this shit, is for love. So I mean, I'm just going to keep documenting my journey, you know? Either it's going to be an example of what to do or it's going to be an example of what not to do, because I'm like thinking here at the point where I have spent thousands of dollars, I could have like literally just bribed someone to like spend time with me. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's not really what I want, but like at the same time, I've been alone for so many years that what's it matter? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck does it matter either way? Like, this is ridiculous. So I've kind of been thinking like I'm almost going through feelings of resentment at some of the people I have worked with, and I don't know if that's a stage of anything, but you know, sometimes they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and when the student is ready, when the student is really ready, the teacher disappears. And it's kind of like I've been doing all this shit, especially with the one coach I was working very heavily with, and it's like I just had the idea to maybe do another session with her, and I'm like, you know what? Before I just give her $100, like, how about what have I been doing for the past 3 years, and why the fuck is none of this bringing anything in? You know what I mean? So I was like, how about this? How about we do the session, and if it works, I'll pay you. Because I'm just so over it with people. Like, you know, it's a lot to be doing, and maybe I just have more trauma, but I don't know. Like, I've been pissed off. Like, and that's not the energy I want to be in, but it's like at the same time I don't want to deny my feelings either. Like, I'm feeling a bit pissed off at my experience, my lack of what I'm experiencing. You know, summer is almost over, and I did not think I was going to be spending the entire summer alone. I was really, really hoping that the amount of work that I had put in to clearing my shadows and self-acceptance and everything, I was really hoping that my summer was going to be filled with companionship, sex, fun outings, me and my boo wearing cute matching outfits, new tattoos, nature walks together, you know, eating food together, spending time together, even doing nothing. Like, this is what I wanted for my life. I did not want to continue this isolation, you know? And so it's like, what's up? I'm still fucking here. And it's just been weird, you know? It's just been weird. I don't get it. Like, so this is what I'm doing. I'm in the trauma therapy, you know? I'm trying to get rid of it because it's not mine. Like, what I want to project is love, is you know, warmth, femininity. Like, this is the stuff I want to be I want to make the person I love feel like drawn to me, you know, that I'm warm, caring, loving, sensual, sexual, like they crave to be near me and want to be all up in it, you know? Like, they want to sleep next to me. They want to wake up to me. They want to be up in my insides. You know, like, this is what I'm trying to have in my life here. And being alone, consistently, constantly isolated from those experiences literally makes someone fucking suicidal. And so I am doing everything I can that I know to just get rid of that. You know, I just want to get rid of all that. So yeah, well, let's see if things turn around. I'll be the first one to fucking tell you. I'll be the first one to come on here and tell you. You know, I did experience some twin flame union there so briefly, and I don't know what the fuck fucked it up. I really don't. I can look back and I can say, yeah, I was kind of being a people pleaser, and I guess, like, that energy of being a people pleaser, like, turns them off. But, like, I want to be good to somebody I love. Like, I want to, I like to be that. You know, I don't know how to describe it. It's like I am always so only focused on myself and consumed with myself and all this self-love, self-help, the fuck selfies, you know? I feel like having a partner to love is like such a much needed respite from having to just always go internally and always focus on myself. I don't want to just focus on myself. I want to focus on you. Like, I love you. How can I make your life better? Like, that's my attitude towards someone I love. Like, I'm there. I want to be there. Like, text me. I'm there. Bae, I will jump out of bed at 3 in the morning in pajamas to see you. Like, that's a priority. A relationship and love is a fucking priority, and I treat it like one, you know? And I understand not everybody's as, like, open wide as I am. So it's like, I don't get mad. Like, okay, you know, they always have, like, more schedules and more things they gotta get doing or whatever. I don't get mad at it. I just say, hey, you know what? I'm always available for you. How can I be near you? Like, you want me to bring you some food? Are you okay? Like, I don't know. Like, I understand that energy is, from what I understand, too masculine, and I need to back it the fuck up with that. But I'm learning, you know? I'm learning. Yes, I do want to be just only feminine and everything, and this is a whole nother video that we're going to get into about the polarity, because masculine energy is doing, feminine energy is receiving. But in this culture and in this society, it has been freaking reversed. So it's like, it's very confusing on whether or not, do I go along with this reversal, or do I just maintain my femininity and see what happens? Because usually shit's not happening. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I just don't mind doing nice things. Like, I don't know, like, I've just been through it all, and I just want to be a good person, a good partner. And so I hope and wished that through my actions, through my words, through my consistency in being there whenever I was asked to, or whenever I was allowed, that would show love. But it didn't, because I guess whatever this underlying energy was that I hope to fucking God is gone now after this fucking session, or almost gone. It overshadowed maybe the things I was doing, or I don't know. I feel right now that I don't have the answers, and that's okay. I trust that whatever answers I need will come to me. But I did feel called to kind of just talk about it, because a couple people on my Facebook did tell me, like, you know, they wanted me to talk about how it feels and like what you go through when you do the trauma therapy and the energetic healings and stuff. And yeah, so that's pretty much what. And you know, I do want to do it, I guess, for myself, but like, if I'm really being honest, like, I'm doing it for love. And that's kind of like the dangling carrot, and it's like I'm almost getting just, I mean, I'm just frustrated. It's frustrating, to say the least. And I'm just doing my best, you know? I just want a cute relationship in my life. You know, that's like everything to me, and I know a lot of people don't care about that, and they're like totally fine without one, and those are kind of like usually the people that end up hurting people like me, because it's like at the first sign of any inconvenience or anything, it's like they're just ready to go and be like, I can be alone. I don't need, you know, and I can be alone. Like, you know, I'm obviously not going to go choose some abusive fucktard or some ugly, dumb, fat, disgusting idiot. Like, obviously, I'm okay enough being alone that, no, like, I don't need to respond to you dumbasses in my DMs. Like, and I'm not trying to be mean, I just don't respond. I look at the picture and I'm just like, really? Like, what on earth would even make you think, like, and I get it. I do talk a lot about how I want a boyfriend. Okay, but like, not anybody. Like, I'm not desperate. Obviously, if I was, I would have just simply chosen some dummy by now. Like, that's the whole point. Like, I don't want some random person. Like, I want someone meaningful, you know? So it's like, yeah. But yeah, that's always interesting. I get it, you know, on YouTube too. It's like, okay, mind, body, and soul must all be all in alignment here, you know? And that's why it's really hard to get your mind off of your twin flame, because being with them feels so amazing. But it's like, you know, on this fucking healing journey of unraveling oneself and unraveling one's issues, not even issues, it's like your programming, you know, if you're just programmed with so much. And I've never had a healthy relationship, and I've never had a healthy family dynamic, so that's a lot of unraveling to do. But I'm here breaking these cycles every single day. I am breaking these cycles through different interactions with my children, Whereas, old paradigm is children just get beat for expressing any kind of emotions. Well, now they, are free to express emotions or help talk through it or soothed or hugged or something through it. Um, I've really just been trying to maintain my inner peace no matter what's going on around me. And I've really been trying to just trust that, love is possible, and keeping that trust instead of like spiraling out like into like depression and saying bad things about myself. I'm working at it every day. So yeah, that's it. That's what's up. That's the fucking trauma therapy stuff. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing about it. I did notice, like on day 3, I was really, really called to move my body, and I did some yoga and some stretching, and I could feel the dense energy releasing. And so I know that this trauma therapy does something. It's just like, at what point are the scales gonna tip? You know what I mean? Because even I have said this myself. Like, you got a cup here. You know what I mean? And your cup is just filled to the brim with shit. And you want to fill it up with water. But it's like, you want to keep adding water, but you're still trying to scoop shit out of this cup. And then you add more water. And then it's like, oh, maybe it's like 75% shit. And you're still getting a little water there. Okay, but you got to scoop the shit out. And it's like, at what point will I have removed all the shit and this water will be sparkling clear? This is the point that I'm trying to get to. Honestly, I really don't even care if I have to get to that point. Like, if I got to the point where I'm enough is cleared to like draw in the ones I love instead of push them away, I'll keep working on myself within the relationship, like I'm gonna be committed to it, like to Ascension. I'm committed to my own Ascension process, and a lot of times I have to try to remind myself, well, you're here to learn. This is the Earth School. You're here to be the one who breaks these cycles. You're here to be the one who is strong enough to confront these ancestral traumas that have been stored and stored and stored. And that's a lot of shit. And it's like, I know I just want everything immediately, but it's like, honestly, it hasn't been immediate. Like, I've been alone for 5 years now. So it's not like, oh yeah, I broke up with somebody like in 6 months ago. No, it's been 5 fucking years since I've been alone. Maybe a few dabbles here and there, but twin flame union, as sweet and beautiful and amazing as it was, did not last as long as I would have hoped. And I don't like separation. I mean, like, it's not what I want. I don't want somebody being mean to me, but I don't like separation either. So it's really like a double-edged sword, as they call it, So I gotta let you know, this therapy, it was, like I said, it was a week ago, so I will keep you updated. I'm still purging. Like, I'm purging a lot through my dreams, I can feel too. Dreaming about, like my grandma. She was in a dream with, like, my daughter, and, you know, just stuff that I would not normally dream about, you know. I could tell it was, you know, very symbolic stuff. Things have been appearing to me very symbolic of what I am purging. And so I can tell that this stuff is working. But like I said, is it just a matter of time, or is there just going to be more? Hopefully not. I mean, this lady that I had the session with says she got all of it. So she got to the very bottom. And that's maybe because I've been digging and digging and digging at it for so long. But I'm ready for a new chapter in my life. I am open. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready for a new chapter, a new fucking book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready for a new fucking way of life. Because it's just dumb sitting around. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? It's like a waste. I'm wasting time, wasting my body, wasting my deliciousness. And, you know, I deserve to be cared about and touched and loved. So that's why I'm doing this. That is definitely why I'm doing this. So we'll see. Have any of you done any trauma therapy or energetic, like, healing stuff? If you care to share down below in the comments, feel free to do so. But yeah, I'll be back with more videos soon. Bye.